and there was a man hiding under my bed. I made eye
What is it, Chris? You got me, Billy, back with reaction video for today. For today, guys, we're going to be reacting to 3 disturbing true stories. Like, literally, this says 3 disturbing true stories. So, basically, I have reacted to some of this already. The reason why I'm reacting to this with you guys is because, again, my audio was not working. It wasn't turned on. I'm freaking cheesed right now. But, hey, let's get right to the video. Man, I had to deal with this nonsense again. Oh, my gosh. And screw this, bro. Honestly.
When I was 19, I worked as a camp counselor at a summer camp.
Oh yeah, same as me.
My job would be to entertain and chaperone a large group of kids with a bunch of other counselors for 3 sessions for the summer. That meant 3 different groups of kids would come at different points in the summer. Each group would come for 2 weeks, which meant I was away from home for this job for a total of 6 weeks.
Okay.
By the time the last group came, summer was more than half over, and I was ready to finish this job and get home.
Okay.
At some point during the second week of the 3rd session, and the final week of the job for
the
season,
final week.
One of the kids...
The final week, that's when clucked up stuff is going on. The final week of when you're about to leave, that's when they're like, okay, let's mess with these idiots before we go.
In my group, named Todd, wasn't feeling good, so he wanted to go back to the cabin to go to sleep while everyone else was around the campfire.
Oh my gosh.
When we got back to the cabin for 10 to 12-year-old boys, I left Todd to brush up and go to bed. Upon exiting the cabin, a little girl, probably 8 years old, was waiting in front.
No. Okay, now, this is where it happens. The little girl is the demonic entity, the spirit, the freaking demonic demon that's there to cluck you up. Ignore it. Go to bed.
She wasn't supposed to be in the section, especially not alone at this hour at her age. I asked her where her group was.
She didn't answer
me.
Of course.
I asked her what her name was. She said Willa.
Willa? What the
I asked her
frick?
what her counselors' names were. She didn't answer. I took her hand and brought her into the front
she's not
section
among
of
the
the cabin.
Wow.
Then I told her to wait there. I started to run across the camp to the other activity sections, hoping to find the girls' group. When I couldn't find them, I ran straight for the section with the girl cabins. I found one of the female counselors with a small group of 7 to 8-year-old girl campers and asked her if she had any girls named Willa in their group.
No.
The counselor was certain there was no one with that name in any of the girls' groups.
Of course.
Next thing I did was run back to the boys' cabin where I left the girl, with plans of bringing her to the front office building. When I got back to the cabin, however, she wasn't there. I went towards the back section by the beds. And asked
just leave her. Just leave her. Just leave her. Just leave her.
She looked confused and said no.
Just leave her.
So now in a panic, I ran outside and looked in the immediate area of the cabin for the girl, when suddenly I heard a girl's scream come from the woods.
Just leave her alone. The frick.
I can't even come up with better words to use for how
leave
I was
her the
feeling
frick
when I heard
alone.
that scream. I wanted to run for help, but I felt like whatever danger she could be in could be time sensitive. So I ran into the woods calling Willa's name. It didn't return any calls back for a while, and I felt like I was hopelessly running into the dark woods.
Bro, okay, then don't go into...
Finally, after some time, and calling the name Willa constantly...
Don't go.
There was a scream echoing through the woods, very close this time.
Don't go.
I continued a bit further.
Dumbass.
There she was. That little girl named Willa. She was standing straight in front of a tree looking...
What do you mean she was saying...
I told her to come to me in a quiet voice as I slowly approached her. But then she turned and started running.
Just run the other way.
I didn't know why she was running, but I had to follow her.
Run the other way.
She was surprisingly fast, but I kept up. I saw her slow down and stop ahead.
Oh my...
My vision of her was intruded by
Oh
a few
my
trees,
lord, bro.
as it was the whole time I was chasing her. I stopped and hid behind a tree, thinking maybe I could sneak up on her and grab her if I was quiet enough. And I noticed something in the near distance.
Oh no.
There was some small, dim red light waving around behind some foliage. The girl then ran over to the light and apparently ducked down out of sight. I was trying to put the pieces together just as I saw some larger figure emerge from where the girl had just disappeared to.
Haul
And
ass!
this figure was crouch walking in my direction.
Run!
I was able to put two and two together and assume this was some kind of trap. So I turned and ran. No, sprinted all the way back to the campground.
Sprint.
And ran straight for the main office. I spoke with the camp coordinator, Jackie. Told her about the suspicious activity that just took place and advised that all camp activity should be cut short for the night. Any incident like this would be treated very seriously for the safety of the children and the well-being of the camp's reputation.
Of course.
Authorities had been alerted about suspicious activity on the campground. They came, I helped them with their report, and they left.
Wow.
By morning, everything was back to normal. The season was over before we knew it, and that was that. I have my own theories of what I witnessed in the woods.
What's your own theory?
The most logical has to be the possibility that a man was using that little girl, maybe his daughter, as some kind of bait to lure unsuspecting victims into the woods.
Hey.
And what would happen next? I have no idea.
That could be one possibility.
I'm glad I didn't find out.
Or it could be the possibility of you getting clucked by demons, bro. Come on. And I bet you too that you went back to that stupid camp counseling job as well. I bet you. With your stupid ass.
I've been through a lot of hellish experiences.
Another story in the woods.
One takes the cake. It was about 20 years ago. So I was, I believe, around 20 years old.
Damn, so you 40 now.
This was way before cell phones and navigation garments. I was working off the books for a media company at the time, who were paying me for my photography and videography skills. I had all of the top quality video equipment for the time, which held to today's standards would be like comparing a Nokia to an iPhone.
Damn.
I was being paid to go out into the wilderness and record
equipment.
hours worth of background footage of lakes, trees, etc. They would use this as stock footage for various documentaries and such. I drove about half an hour to find a good place in rural Maryland to do the shoot. Then I parked my car on a dirt road and hiked for a while, finding a few good shooting locations. It was good for me to get sunset and nighttime shots as well.
Nighttime shots? You stayed in the freaking forest in night? In the night? Nighttime shots? That's where the clucked up stuff is about to happen.
Different times of day created different lighting for the videos. When I figured I had enough, I started packing up my copious amounts of equipment and threw my 2 bags over my shoulders and began walking. And walking. And walking. I started to realize I should have reached the dirt road where my car was by now.
Dumbass. You lost.
There came a time when I had to accept it.
You lost.
I was lost. I had absolutely no way of knowing which way was which.
Of course.
I'd done wilderness shoots before, and never had I run into that problem before.
Of course.
So usually I'd have a compass with me. Not this time. I kept walking for so long, it got to the point that I was letting out little cries to myself in stress, wanting nothing more than to just find my car and go home, feeling absolutely helpless. Eventually, after many hours, I came across a small building. It was an old house that appeared to be abandoned in the middle of the woods.
Don't go to that house.
The vines crawling up the sides of the home, plus the broken glass. Continuing to walk around in the woods in the night was the last thing I wanted to do.
Oh my gosh.
The night
now you're gonna go into the house that's also clucked up. You're gonna go into the freaking house that's clucked. Oh my goodness, bro. You stupid.
More sense. I walked up the wooden stairs to the front door, which seemed to have already been broken in. All I had to do was push it with a bit of force and I was inside. It was next to pitch black in there, and every step I took, I felt like I was stepping on rubble or trash.
Of course.
I did, however, manage to find the bedroom of the house, which still had a bed in it, mind you, probably a filthy bed at that. But it beat sleeping in the woods or hiking around any longer in the dark.
Did you check the perimeter?
And plopped my stuff on the floor and arranged one of my bags to act as a cushion between me and the actual bed itself.
What?
Then I tried my best to fall asleep in this dark, abandoned, foreign location in the middle of the woods. It was surreal, and it was scary. The window in the room was broken, so I could hear the wind and bugs outside.
Ew.
But over that, there was the slightest, and I mean slightest little creak from a few feet away from the bed across this tiny bedroom.
What? Oh, someone's in the freaking thing, bro.
Looked up, and even though it was dark, I could vaguely see a closet door in the corner.
Oh my
It
gosh.
was moving.
No.
It had to be the draft. It had to be.
No.
I was letting my paranoia get the better of
You
me
should have listened to your
in this
paranoia.
situation.
You should have listened to your paranoia. You should have listened to your freaking gut. Your gut feeling. You know this is not right, so why the frick would you do it? Listen to your gut.
But then, over the sound of the bugs and wind, I heard something from inside the room now.
What? You heard that? You heard the... bro, what the frick is that? Clickers? Oh, heck to the frickin' no. I am running.
It was a gurgling type sound, like
Oh.
a throat noise.
Oh my
I looked at the
gosh.
closet again.
Bro, those sounds like freaking clickers, bro. Those sounds like freaking clickers. I'm not, no. I'm not dealing with that, bro. Screw that.
Something was coming out from the darkness of the closet. I got up to grab my stuff off the ground. And within arm's reach now, I was staring at someone else in
What?
this room in this abandoned house
No,
in the
no,
middle of the forest.
no.
Here's my description of what I saw in the brief moments I was staring at this person.
What you talking about?
I saw a man wearing a woman's wig with some kind of makeup on his face.
What? No way. You got crazy ass people living there.
As for what he was wearing, I didn't really notice that, but I think it was something dark since I couldn't really see it. I grabbed my bags and started saying I'm sorry as I ran out of the house.
Why would you say
I
you're
don't know if
sorry?
this was their house or not at the time.
Just run.
But either way, I didn't want any trouble. As I ran away from the house, I heard footsteps tailing behind me at first.
Yep.
I think this is when the adrenaline really kicked in, and I suddenly had this insane amount of energy to keep running until
course.
I thought I'd escaped. And even after that, I kept running, hopping over logs and rocks and twigs, trying to find a road, any road, with the logic that there's only so much forest left in the state, I'd have to run into a road eventually.
Yeah.
And finally, I did. I walked down the road, and within 10 minutes, a car passed, and I
Ooh.
hitchhiked my way back to my truck.
Ooh.
On my way home, I had time to reflect. That house was absolutely abandoned.
Yeah.
The door and all the windows were smashed open. There was trash all over the place. I can't use logic to explain it, because it's not explainable. I am grateful I was unharmed, though.
You're lucky. You're lucky he didn't do anything. Because he could literally just come at you. But you're like, oh, I'm sorry, and just left. Oh, he wanted to play. He wanted to play with his food. Oh, damn.
My apartment complex sits in a pretty safe neighborhood.
Apartment.
So I guess I'm naturally less on guard as far as break-ins and whatever.
No.
There was this one
You
night.
should always be on guard 24/7. You live in an apartment. Someone can climb in through the freaking balconies. What the frick is wrong with this idiot?
I'd gotten home late from a bar with friends, and though I wasn't very drunk anymore, I was definitely still tipsy. To give a little context to my apartment layout, it's on the ground level and has two doors. a
It's
front
on the
and back.
ground level, and you're talking about not being. You don't really have to be sure about security. Shut your dumb ass up.
As I entered, I was in the living room, greeted by my dog Chester. Then I passed the living room to walk down a tiny hallway to my room.
Okay.
Chester followed, though he was acting a little weird. I jumped right into bed. I was exhausted.
What the frick, Chester?
I fell asleep
What
in
the frick
minutes.
is going on? You ain't
The
telling me
next thing
something?
I remember is waking up to growling.
What?
I looked at Chester,
cat?
who was standing up on my bed, looking at the far corner of the room. I sat up to see what he was looking at, but it was too dark. I had to flip on the lamp.
No.
That's when I noticed that he was looking at the closet door, which
What?
was cracked open just barely.
Oh, that's freaking Chester and his weird ass. What the frick is wrong with you, Chester? Why are you in my damn room?
Right away, I felt a pain in my stomach as I feared the worst.
Oh no.
I lightly tapped him to get him to shut up for a second, and he looked at me and went silent. I got out from the bed as he watched me tiptoe closer to the closet. If someone was in there, I had to be ready to defend myself.
Heck yeah, grab a weapon.
So instead of opening that door right then and there, I hurried to the kitchen to get a knife.
Heck yeah.
Chester followed me.
Heck yeah.
When I got back into my room...
Wait, why would you do that? You went to get a freaking... You can run out the freaking door and call the cops. Why didn't you do that? Why did you feel the need to go and attack this thing? Oh my gosh.
I don't know where it came from.
What's wrong with
I had
humans?
a huge bout of confidence overcome me, and I rushed to open the closet door fully.
No.
I was shocked, but also relieved to see no one inside.
What?
I called Chester an idiot as I went back to the kitchen to put the knife away.
No.
When I got back into the room...
Listen to your pets, they know better.
Under my bed, growling again. I bent down to take a look, and there was a man hiding under my bed. I made eye contact for a second, and then I grabbed Chester and went outside to open the neighboring apartment's door.
Holy frick!
My neighbor opened in his pajamas, and I begged him to let me in after explaining that someone was in my apartment. He let me in immediately and let me use his phone to call the police. The intruder wasn't in the apartment anymore by the time the police came.
Of course they would. Why would they still be there?
If it weren't for my tiny little chihuahua who couldn't harm a fly, I may not have come out of this in one piece.
This is why you listen to your pets. Your pets know better. If anybody has pets out there, if your pet is growling in the middle of the freaking night, at the closet, under the bed, your gut feeling in your brain will be like, someone's in my house. Now, what actions am I gonna take? Let me tell you. You go grab your freaking dog, be like, come over here, let me get you some water. You go to your freaking living room. You grab your phone from your freaking bed. You run outside, you call the police. Simple as that. And you stay there. You don't freaking go and try to attack the thing. What in the world? You got me all the way clocked up. You really do. But I'll catch you guys in the next video. Smash that like button. I'm done. I am done for today with this freaking bro. I'm done. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.